It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Jets and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is
set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They go play action with Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits. If Goddard doesn't miss 5 games last year, there's a good chance he gives Philly a third 1,000-yard receiver. Just getting better and better, now entering his 6th season.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The Eagles at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Wilson. Setting up the screen for Cook. Room past the 35. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Wilson. And able to find Alan Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 10 carries, 53 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down to run with Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
The tackle by Jordan Davis. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They've got his man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket help.
Touchdown, Jets! Alan Lazard as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We start with a good one in the AFC. Josh McDaniels taking on his former team. It's New England at Las Vegas. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. James Conner, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. We were treated to a strong first half from the former number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Nifty footwork at the 45. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Right, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Wilson. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Wilson. He'll find Lazard here over to Middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Dallard's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They go play action with Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I certainly thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll take this to the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Wilson finds Lazard quickly on the slant. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline. And this time he is in. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 15. A minute 44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Elliott good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
New York set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other.